the room. No crying allowed in here. So it looks like we're live for a second. Dolly, you know what's funny? Never mind. It went away. I was going to ask a question. Yes, it is. It's, you know, fear and anxiety is so horrible. Lonnie, thank you. I needed that. That was funny. One more thing. If you can get on nature throid or armor instead of synthetic levoproxin, you may fare better. This just popped up for me that you're on again. Was it buffering all this time? Can you say creating essence? It's going in and out, but the chat room has remained very active, and we're still carrying on. And we're still carrying on the conversation. Honey, I have it. It's right here in my hand.
Here.
I have it.
You can fix it.
I just fixed it.
But the stand.
You didn't hand me the stand.
I did.
Well, why would you?
There.
I was gonna say, silly boy. Transcribe for me.
Okay.
The Hashimoto's discussion in the chat room is
Going.
fill in the blank.
It's going.
It's going strong. Oh my gosh. Oh, you just type, boy. Oh, it's all right. Not supposed to, bro. Say adrenal fatigue as well.
Hey guys, please be nice.
Are you Yoda? Adrenal fatigue as well. She has.
You said it, adrenal fatigue, and I typed that, and then you said she has that. So it's like I wasn't gonna erase it or anything.
My sister is successful in complete remission, med-free from being on a gluten-free paleo diet with no allergens. That's great. I hope I can get in complete remission. It's nice to finally find a support community. It's so hard finding info on thyroid issues. Check YouTube for Dr. Berg and Dr. Westman. They have been researching and applying ketogenic lifestyle for many years. Good to have answers and great support in Willow Creek. Typing like Yoda Ryan is typing. Exactly, June. Exactly, June. I have to say to the keyboard. Yes, and I've been under an extreme amount of stress this year. We went through all of the losses and health issues with the goats last summer, and then we went straight into his job loss and financial stress, and then we went into just roller coaster. I think it was just, that was enough. And then things have just been kind of snowballed ever since then, and it's just, I'm ready for the losses to be over with and no more deaths, you know. Our 2 senior dogs passed away this year. That was hard. Now we're left with a senior parrot, but you know, he could live another 20 years, so.
I guess I don't have to type when we're live, right?
I don't know. Can you guys see me now? Did anybody say they could see us?
Well, somebody, if you see us, say something. Please let us know that you see us. It says we're live.
Trisha, do you see us now? Because we were just chatting, but I was having Ryan say any of the important stuff on the keyboard.
Yes, we're back again.
Okay.
Chris Root. Thank
So
you.
while I see the live, just let us know if we buffer again, and then we'll resort back to the chatting on the keyboard. I think that's actually working pretty well, which is funny because, you know, like Seven Sprouts Homestead, Jen said, Seven Sprouts Farmstead, sorry, hun, that it was like old school chat room. Sorry about the dog playing with the bowl. He's very silly. And now we're gone. But it doesn't say we're gone on our end.
Step my toe. Oh boy. Okay, live stream health.
Oh, that's awesome, Jen.
What?
She's using our Amazon link to order all of her homeschooling books and curriculum.
Wow.
That stuff ain't cheap. Well, I'll just tell you that.
Thanks.
Thank you. What an awesome blessing to us.
Anybody that doesn't know, if you
Use our Amazon link.
It doesn't change anything for you.
Same prices as you see on anybody else's. Go ahead and click our Amazon link. It's in the description of every video. And I think it's on the YouTube channel itself even.
That might be, that's probably the easiest way that people can support.
Yeah, because everybody shops on Amazon.
If you're shopping Amazon.
And you know what? They won't let us shop on our own Amazon links. So
yeah,
we try to share the wealth and shop on other channels' Amazon links. Are we still here? Because it said that we were. You guys said that we were gone, but the live stream never went gone. I do shop on yours, Trisha. I just didn't want to tell everybody that yours was the one I was talking about. Okay, we are here.
Yep, we're here. And there's 30.
Can I have more carrot juice? So I found out today something new that I didn't know is that citrus, oranges, are a food that you're supposed to exclude. It's an inflammatory food. And I had just bought some orange juice, so now I'm sad because I can't drink my orange juice. And I love orange juice. But I got a bottle of carrot juice, too. And it's good. It's good. It's alright. I drank it all. It's a little bit different, but I kept on telling myself in my brain that it was orange juice. Maybe I could add citric acid to it. Is citric acid safe?
What makes it not good? Well, it makes it. You need to find out what makes it not good, or the certain things.
Yeah, I've been craving oranges too, and you know what, Chris? I've read in the adrenal groups that to help them sleep, people will take orange juice in a shot glass with pink Himalayan salt and something else, and they mix it together and they drink that to go to sleep to help them rest. Yeah, almost all fruits are high in sugar, but if you eat the whole fruit as the fruit is made, as it comes off the plant, like an apple, you eat it instead of just drinking apple juice. All of the fiber in that apple and all of the other micronutrients in the apple are going to make it so that your body breaks down that sugar better than if it was just apple juice. So that the way my doctor was explaining it was that it is completely okay to have fruit, even if it's fruit high in sugar, that it's, if you're eating the whole fruit, skin and all, that the way it's designed by nature, it works better in your body by nature. And that makes so much sense to me. He mentioned a lot of facts and stuff, reasons, but I don't recall them all. And you know, I thought honey was okay because I had read honey was okay somewhere else, but this list says no on honey, but it says yes on molasses and stevia. So I guess it's a lot of different viewpoints. So some people are going to have things that they react to, and that's the other thing, is everybody has a different feeling through their autoimmune. If you have an autoimmune problem, it's not going to be the same as mine. It's not going to be the same as hers. It's everybody's is going to be different. How it starts out, fibromyalgia with stress-related problem happens. The doctor did kind of touch on the fact that there could be some fibromyalgia at play with my pain. He said that he would have to do a 16-point pressure test to find out, and I forgot to ask how much that would cost. I meant to. So that's a definite possibility with the pain I've been experiencing. So I thought so too, June. Really raw honey, local honey. That's, you know, I think that should be fine. I'm gonna use common sense on some of this. Like the whole, no, I'm gonna drink my raw goat milk because I know that's anti-inflammatory. I know it's completely different than other dairy. Raw goat milk is the opposite of cow milk. So
I think a lot of this list is just covering bases.
And some foods will be more inflammatory for one person than they will another.
I think they make this list and you look at it and you're like, oh my, look at all this stuff. But really, a lot of it's on there because they have to tell you everything to cover every base. Because if you do follow that, then yeah, you're truly avoiding everything inflammatory. But you know,
and like I was
use
telling
common
him,
sense. I'm guessing.
I said to him, you know, I was kind of like trying to convince myself that there was some way I could have gluten every once in a while because I love bread. But he didn't think that sourdough bread would be sufficient. He thinks that there would still be too much gluten in sourdough bread, even though sourdough bread is designed to break down gluten. But my theory on this is if I did a really long ferment on the sourdough bread, like 18-hour overnight ferment, then it might be okay. It might break down enough of the gluten that it wouldn't harm me, you know? And yeah, like June says, test out each food to know which causes a reaction. But the only way to do that is to truly do like an elimination diet. So I'm not really doing a true elimination diet. I'm doing an anti-inflammatory diet for now. I think that I will be able to add sourdough in as a treat. It might not be something that I want to eat all the time. But I think if I did, what if I did sprouted grain sourdough bread? You know, like there's gotta be ways to make this happen. And isn't there an old-fashioned heritage wheat that was not high in gluten before all of the new wheat that has the high gluten? Was it called Kamut or something like that? Kamut? And can't you buy that somewhere? Or is it only the seeds? I think I've seen the seeds for sale. That's why I'm saying this. Is I think I've seen where you can grow your own and it's not the high gluten level that they make from the wheat now. That would be great, Lauren. I would love to have any recipes at all. Are you on medication or going completely natural? Kind of a little bit of both, Suburban. I have to take some T3 to increase my T3 levels, but it is from a natural form. So I'm really, 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 really lucky that, for one, there are only 3 naturopaths in the state of Georgia. Okay, she says Camu being good but pricey from what I've heard. That's okay. I'll grow it, Trisha. I can grow it. That's the beauty of this is I'm like, oh, I can grow that for myself and it'll be better. Oh, see, that's interesting, Chaos and Grace, because I told him I do my own fermenting, and he said, that's great. So that's interesting that you were told. Einkorn wheat, maybe that's another one. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to have to research it. There's a lot of research I'm going to have to do. So what I started to say, oh, the doctor. So not only are there only 3 naturopaths in the entire state of Georgia, he's one of them, but he is the premier thyroid specialist in the entire Southeast, and he has his office 10 minutes away, 20 minutes away. And we just happened to find him. A friend of ours was using him for her daughter's issues, and another friend mentioned him, and then somebody else mentioned him, and I was like, okay, I'm going to check him out. And you know what's funny? Is you have to look at those little graces. You have to look at those little special things that just pop into your life, and you think that they are a downfall. You think that they're a bad thing happening to you at the time. I have a lot of resentment about the fact that I can't get health insurance because I can't afford it. I don't qualify for Medicaid in Georgia. If I lived in many other states in the United States, we'd qualify. If I moved back to Massachusetts, all of this would be paid for. But in Georgia, they have a horrible Medicaid system, so I do not qualify. And the Obamacare or whatever package that is that you look and see what you qualify in the marketplace, isn't that what it's called? Affordable care. They're telling us that we have to pay $300 each. $300 each per month. And I'm like, okay, and we go to the doctors how often? Like, we haven't been to the doctors in 10 years. Like, seriously. Like, well, maybe not in 10 years, but very rare. And usually it's because somebody puts a knife through their hand or something like that. So, what I'm getting at is I had a lot of resentment about not having insurance. But you know what that did? It opened me up to the chance that I didn't have to find some primary care physician that fit into my network. I found who was specifically suited to what I needed. I found somebody who was a naturopath, which is so me, and who was a thyroid specialist, so me, and I'm paying out of pocket anyway, you know? I wouldn't want to pay out of pocket to a general practitioner. If I'm going to pay out of pocket, I might as well pay to the specialist. It's the same payment. The doctor's appointment with him is the same cost as a doctor's appointment with a general practitioner. It's just that most people don't use naturopaths because their insurance doesn't cover it. But if you don't have insurance, you don't have that worry anymore. So what I thought was a burden turned into a blessing for me, because I probably would have never found somebody who is going to treat my illness naturally. Bam! Mic drop. And I missed a whole bunch of comments because I was babbling. So I'm going to scroll up.
You were on a rant.
I was on a rant.
44 people still watching with us, hanging out with us, even though we've been in and out. Thank you guys so much. And, you know, hit that like button if you like what you see. I'm surprised we have, you know, this many likes, even though we've been in and out so
Oh,
much.
Deb, that would be
Thank you
awesome if you could
guys again.
find some Kamet breads that I could maybe sample.
Um,
We are right outside of Noonan, Georgia, just south of Atlanta.
this is going to change how, pretty much how the house is going to eat in some ways, just because,
Oh, I love DeKalb Farmers
you know,
Market. Sorry, go ahead.
we don't have to be on her diet because we're not Hashimoto's, but it's not really practical to have to cook 2 separate meals every single day. So there are going to be a lot of times where we're going to be eating the same thing. So I'm going to have to get used to this as well.
Pat Booty mentioned anemia. That's one of the other things that the doctor says that I have. So yeah, we're going to be working on that too. Keep going.
So yeah, I need to school myself on this. I felt bad because we're eating pizza and I made her salmon quickly, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to make her a nice lime salmon.